Welcome to the network of the Lost Horizon Church Group, the Emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, and His Majesty Emperor Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, Master Interpreter of the Universal DNA Code, Enlightenment. I did a video a little while ago, and I guess it got erased. Anyway, I keep trying to tell people, in your DNA matrix, you've got 60 trillion cells. That means you have 60 trillion DNA strands. Each strand capable of holding 3 billion genetic codes. It'd take you 2 years looking at screens of genetic codes to read just one strand of DNA. And that's looking at screens at 1 second every day, 8 hours a day, every second. So this DNA strand can glued end to end these 6-foot-long sections. The strand is 6 feet long as well, on a microscopic level. If you could glue end to end all 60 trillion strands, you'd be able to go from here to the sun 400 times. No computer on the planet can match the chemical memory storage of a human being. And that means that we're far, far in advance of computers. Computers are our slaves. We use them as kind of like over-glorified filing cabinets. That doesn't erase the fact that humans still have half a primate in them, and that primate is very evil and tends to like to destroy other people. Anyway, there are a number of videos that I put on, and if you Google my name on the internet, you'll see a lot of stuff that I've written over the last 7 years especially. But no one has been through as much abuse as I have been through. And someday I'll write a book about it. It doesn't do any good telling people what happened because they don't understand. They don't understand how there are laws in this country, like in Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles, county of Los Angeles, that even though the federal and state constitutions say you have civil rights, there are more technical laws, more precise laws at the local level that the local authorities can use to take your cars out of your yard, remove property off your property, using any excuse they will, whether it's a zoning excuse or a fire department excuse, whatever. They do have the ability to do that, and I know that from personal experience because it was done to me. And it wasn't done just once, it was done many times. And that's all during this time I was trying to work my way to getting out of California. But it seems like California wants to take people's hard work, I call it labor equity. You spend years saving stuff so that you can take it with you, not to be harassed and it be taken from you, and then you be being kept monetary depleted and kept here as a prisoner. Oh, I could leave at any time. I just have to get up and walk away from everything. Everything that I worked so hard all my life, 20 years worth of work thrown away. I can accept a loss like that if it was done by a natural disaster, like that asteroid on the same day that coincidentally on the same day that the city came in and did this to me. An asteroid passed us by the same day on March 2nd, 2009. And it came by us by 41,000 miles. That's like a bullet missing you by the tip of your nose. This asteroid was 100 feet wide and is the same size asteroid that left a meteor crater in Arizona, which that's how small an asteroid can be. The length of 3 city buses, and it will leave a crater 1 mile wide and hundreds of feet deep. Mass destruction of a 1 mile radius area. It's huge. You should go out there and look at it sometime. If that had hit water, it would have caused a tsunami. In a wave traveling anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 feet high, traveling at the speed of sound, past the speed of sound, about anywhere from 900 to 1,100 miles per hour, would have covered the whole west coast, inland as far as 700 to 800 miles. That's beyond the border of California, by the way. So you people need to start looking. Now, a lot of people say, well, those kind of things happen all the time. Not that close. And besides that, I don't believe that there are coincidences in the universe. I believe that everything is connected through quantum theory. And this quantum theory says that there was no coincidence. It's a warning to stop doing what they were doing to me. You humans have the nastiest habit of attacking people. The reason I'm wearing using the color of law to attack people that have never done any harm to anyone. And certainly it isn't a huge crime to have a lot of stuff in your yard. The reason I'm wearing royal robes and I call myself emperor is because I symbolically overthrew the United States in October of 1996. It's another long story. In protest to the innocent men, women, and children that are being murdered by the tax dollars of the American citizen. Now, the sad part about this is that there are a lot of American citizens that don't want to pay their taxes to that military to support the war. And a lot of them would like to be able to have a choice in saying, hey, I don't want to pay my taxes that way. I don't want to be thrown into one lump sum with other people paying taxes and then seeing the carnage that the war does to these innocent people. Remember, you kill their children, you create new terrorists. Parents don't like seeing their children murdered and maimed, and children don't like seeing their parents don't like seeing their children murdered and maimed, and children don't like seeing their parents murdered and maimed. So you create a future terrorist, you create a current terrorist, depending on which side of the family is being destroyed. Now, history has a nasty habit of repeating itself. If I were you, I would tell the government as a group that you're not going to pay anything to the government until you get your say-so, that you have command over where your tax dollars go, not them. Especially if it's going to a war that is unpopular or that you don't want to support. Nothing wrong with paying your taxes so long as you are not forced to support a war. That's wrong. That's slavery. That's involuntary servitude. They let you, on your tax form, they let you have the choice of donating campaign matching funds. That bill was introduced in 1972 in Congress. But they won't let you decide whether you can donate money to the war or not. No. What's wrong here is that your government is evil, it's sick, and I'm trapped here. I have no choice. I can't leave. I don't have enough money. I'd like to ask everybody in the United States, hey, if you don't like my views and all that, why don't you send me some money? I'll be glad to leave. I've been wanting to leave for more than 20 years because I can't get along with a civilization that does not want to stay in the light of enlightenment. And your DNA code, each and every person on this planet has pieces of the puzzle of where we were originally from. And we were very, very, very advanced human beings. And there's evidence it's circumstantial evidence, but there's evidence to prove this. If you look at the period from the 1800s to now, a little more than 200 years, there's a technological explosion. But if you look at our history from the time we were drawing paintings on caves to the 1800s, there was not a technological explosion. We were real slow. We weren't even being able to crawl out of our ability to advance as quickly as we have in the last 200 years. So it's accelerating, and this acceleration is responsible for the awakening. I call it the enlightened awakening of our true alien ancestors, which came here and crossbreeded us with the primates. And the only reason we have problems right now is because our primate side holds us back. It's not.
You know what it is, Alan?
It's almost 9 minutes 40 seconds, and I'm going to end this right now. Have a nice day, and I hope everyone watches this and learns to tax revolt.